The first cry almost vanished beneath the roar of traffic and the cutting winter wind. "Please, help her, Daddy." The words were so soft, so desperate, that Daniel Cross nearly convinced himself he'd imagined them. He was already late, already irritated, already mentally rehearsing the speech he would give his board of directors in the morning. He was a single father, a CEO, a man whose life ran on schedules and numbers. He should have kept walking. But something made him stop. In that moment, frozen on a snow-covered sidewalk under flickering streetlights, would quietly change everything. Before this story unfolds, pause for a second. If stories about kindness, second chances, and unexpected miracles touch your heart, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. You never know which story might change your day, or your life. Daniel turned toward the sound and saw a small figure huddled near the entrance of a closed bakery. A little girl, no older than 7, knelt beside a woman lying motionless on flattened cardboard. The girl's coat was too thin, her hands red and shaking as she tried to cover the woman's face with a scarf. Snow clung to her hair. When she looked up at Daniel, her eyes weren't filled with fear. They were filled with something far worse, hope that was about to be crushed. "Please," she whispered again, her voice breaking, "she's so cold. She won't wake up." Daniel's chest tightened. He had seen poverty before, from a distance, through tinted windows, in quarterly reports and charity galas, but never like this. Never this close. He knelt down, ignoring the cold seeping through his expensive coat, and gently touched the woman's wrist. There was a pulse, faint but there. Relief washed over him, followed by guilt. He called for an ambulance, wrapping his own coat around both the woman and the girl while they waited. The little girl clung to him as if he were the only solid thing in a collapsing world. Her name was Lily. The woman was her mother, Anna. They had lost everything after Anna's husband died and medical bills swallowed what little savings they had. One missed rent payment became 2, then 3, and suddenly the street became their home. Lily spoke calmly, too calmly for a child, explaining how she stayed awake at night to make sure her mother was still breathing. Daniel listened, each word landing like a blow. He thought of his own daughter, Emma, warm in her bed at home, probably asleep with her favorite book still open on her chest. At the hospital, Daniel stayed. He paid for treatment without a second thought. When social services began asking questions, he didn't leave. He couldn't. By morning, Anna was stable but weak, ashamed, barely able to meet his eyes. She expected judgment. Instead, Daniel offered help, temporary housing, warm meals, assistance finding work. Anna hesitated, pride battling desperation, but Lily squeezed her hand and nodded. "He helped us, Mommy," she said softly. "Like Daddy used to." Those words stayed with Daniel long after he drove home that morning. They echoed in his empty house as he made breakfast for Emma, in the silence where his late wife's laughter used to be. He had been a single dad for 5 years, building an empire by day and pretending he was fine by night. Saving Lily and Anna felt like a small repayment to a world that had once taken everything from him. Weeks turned into months. Anna recovered and found work at a small library. Lily started school. Daniel checked in often, sometimes bringing groceries, sometimes just stopping by to make sure they were okay. Emma met Lily, and the two girls became fast friends, their laughter filling spaces Daniel hadn't realized were hollow. For the first time in years, his home felt alive. But life, as it often does, moved on. Anna eventually insisted they could manage on their own. Daniel respected that, though it was harder than he expected. He watched them walk forward without him, proud and strangely lonely, believing that was the end of that chapter. He was wrong. Years passed. Lily grew. Emma did too. Daniel's company expanded globally, his name appearing on magazine covers beside words like visionary and self-made. Yet the night on the sidewalk never left him. It reminded him why he funded shelters, why he insisted on programs that offered second chances to people most corporations ignored. Still, he never expected to see Lily again. The reunion came on a rainy afternoon during a scholarship ceremony Daniel sponsored. He sat in the front row, half listening, when a young woman stepped onto the stage. Confident, poised, her voice trembled only slightly as she began to speak. "Years ago, when I was a little girl, my mother and I were freezing on the street. I thought I was about to lose her. Then a stranger stopped. He listened. He helped. He didn't walk away." Daniel's heart began to pound. He looked up. Their eyes met. Recognition hit him like a wave. Lily smiled through tears. Because of him, she continued, my mother lived. I got an education. I learned that kindness can rewrite a destiny. She turned fully toward him. Thank you, Daddy Daniel. The room erupted in applause, but Daniel barely heard it. Tears streamed down his face as years of quiet doubt washed away. He had always wondered if that one decision mattered. Now he knew. After the ceremony, Lily ran to him and hugged him tightly, just like she had on that frozen night. Anna stood nearby, healthier, happier, gratitude written across her face. Lily had earned a full scholarship in social work. She wanted to help families like hers. She wanted to be the person who stopped. That evening, Daniel sat with Emma, now a teenager, and told her everything. Emma listened quietly, then smiled. You did what Mom would have done, she said. Daniel realized then that love doesn't end, it multiplies when shared. The story didn't end with success or wealth or applause. It ended with something quieter but stronger. The truth that a single act of compassion can echo for years, shaping lives in ways we may never fully understand. Somewhere, right now, someone is whispering, please help, and somewhere, someone else is deciding whether to stop. If this story moved you, if it reminded you of the power you carry simply by being human, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. More stories like this are waiting, stories that remind us that even in the coldest moments, kindness can be a fire that never goes out.